And from this one, I detected gold. W to confirm your theory. Gold, gold, yeah. Gold in the wood. Yeah. W, that's wild. Wow. Yeah. Emma Culligan just raced past 38 episodes, putting every Oak Island veteran on edge. The old crew is losing ground, and the numbers prove it. Emma's screen time is climbing fast while the big names fade out. The experts behind the scenes are sweating as her latest find shifts the spotlight even more her way. Tune in, because the next artifact she's digging up might change everything. The quiet force beneath Oak Island. Every time the show drags out another rusted nail or a broken shovel head, the camera cuts back to Emma with that look, like she's actually doing real work. And let's be honest, without her, this thing would be hanging on by a thread. Just beneath the surface, something waits that could rip this whole operation apart. By the time season 12 hit episode 2, she had shown up in 37 episodes. That's more than any other woman in the show's long, slow-moving history. Not just a little more, way more. Even though she only popped in at the start of season 10, she's already passed some of the folks who were there from day one. She just hit 38 episodes with the latest one, and the numbers don't lie. She's outpacing people who used to be front and center. Remember Dan Blankenship? He was one of the heavyweights. He made it into 35 episodes stretching from season 1 to season 6. Emma blew past that in record time. It's not just that she's around. It's what her being around says. And it could be either pointing to an early recovery effort or perhaps an original deposit. Yeah, I agree. When you see her in the trench or scanning through a new dig site, there's this air that maybe, just maybe, someone actually knows what they're doing. That's rare these days. The rest of the crew keeps circling the same handful of theories, chasing ghosts while the narrator whispers like it's the end of the world. Meanwhile, Emma's just quietly stacking episodes and making moves. She's become the unexpected anchor of the whole thing. And while the experts bounce from coin to stick to bucket handle, she's got that steady rhythm, like she's not here for the drama, just the work. And that's probably why folks behind the scenes are sweating. It's starting to look like she's the only one bringing actual results, or at least the only one making it seem like something real is happening. That mess of timelines, tunnels, and tales, it's all holding together. And every time she finds something, it just pulls more focus her way. The veterans have been around for ages, and what have they really shown for it lately? More dirt, more mystery, more walking in slow motion. Emma's face is showing up more often than the finds. That's not by accident. That's a sign. People online have started noticing. Her name keeps popping up in forums and clips. Fans are pointing out how she's quietly racking up more screen time than the usual big talkers. Some think the producers are shifting the spotlight her way on purpose. Can you blame them? She actually brings something fresh to a show that's been spinning the same tale for over a decade. That is what makes this story a mystery, a treasure hunt. When someone new rises this fast in a show this stuck, you can bet the old guard doesn't love it. They're not panicking out loud, but the shuffle is real. Fewer interviews with the usual crew, more time on Emma, brushing off artifacts, checking soil, doing things that feel like they matter. It's not hard to see who's getting edged out. Her episode count is now a scoreboard. It's not just about appearances, it's about relevance. And the numbers are saying a lot. The fact she passed Dan, someone who used to be a pillar of the whole island effort, is the kind of quiet stat that hits hard. It means something's changing. It's weird how quickly it happened, too. In just a little over 2 seasons, Emma's climbed the ranks faster than most even get their boots muddy. She's not the loudest, not the flashiest, but that just makes her stand out more. In a show full of theories and rehashed ideas, she's become the one thread that feels new. She shows up in the trenches, gloves on, sorting through the real grit. No waiting around for the camera cue, no over-the-top speeches. She just works. And that's what's making her count rise faster than most. Viewers have started calling her the most grounded part of the whole mess. Every time the show starts to drift off into another long-winded story about hidden manuscripts or old maps, it's Emma who drags it back. Into the dirt, into the dig, into something that feels like it matters. She doesn't have to yell to be heard. The editing team knows it too. The cuts linger on her longer. The voiceovers follow her steps, track her expressions, connect her work with whatever shaky lead they're chasing that week. It gives the whole thing a little more weight. She's now in 38 episodes, That's not a small number, especially for someone who only joined in Season 10. It puts her above people who were considered key players since the beginning. People who built platforms, gave tours, mapped tunnels, and still, Emma's rise makes theirs look slow. The numbers don't just tell a story, they draw a line. From the early days of the show with blurry maps and guesses to now, where Emma's hands are deep in the dig and her name is climbing the list, the shift is happening on screen and off. Crew members used to speak more. Now there's more of Emma, sorting fragments, nodding at discoveries, comparing notes with the specialists. And she's doing it without hogging the frame. That calm kind of focus plays louder than all the big talk. The latest find she uncovered has only ramped up the tension, not because it's the most shocking object in the world, but because it means another notch in her belt, another point on her scoreboard. Every discovery she's linked to shifts the balance even further. The folks who've been there since day one are seeing their grip loosen, the spotlight sliding over. 38 episodes and still climbing. Emma's presence keeps showing up where it counts. That's not random. Producers know what they're doing. The show needs something that feels real, something with weight. It seems like we're on the right quest, and chasing this golden water is going to lead us to the treasure. Emma brings that. She works through the mess, through the over-explained theories, and just keeps showing up where it matters. While Emma was changing the game, other familiar faces were quietly carving their own marks on the island. The women behind the machines, if you're keeping track, Vanessa Lucido has popped up in over 31 episodes. That puts her second among the women who've been part of the Oak Island adventure. She's known for showing up when heavy digging is going down, especially around that deep hole they keep calling the money pit. Miriam Amaro has appeared in 28 episodes, placing her third. Helen Sheldon follows close behind with 27. Krista Bro is clocked in at 24 episodes. Every one of them has a different rhythm. Vanessa with the noise and steel, Miriam with the lab coat, Helen behind the plans, Krista in the details. But behind all the digging and counting episodes, there's another side to this island, where dirt turns into dollars. Rick used to sort mail for a living, just a regular guy. Now, his worth is sitting at around $10 million. Marty, his younger brother, is playing in a whole other league, somewhere between $60 million and $100 million. Before the cameras, Rick was just working his job like anyone else. But once he and his brother teamed up for the treasure hunt, his face hit the screen, and suddenly, there was more than just dirt under his boots. Marty wasn't just standing around, he was part of the business. Every deal, every plan, every dig, his name was on it. Is Marty the real mastermind behind it all? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe if you want the full story.